Okay, so it is morning time. It's actually about almost 9:30, 9:20, something like that. We left probably 5 minutes ago from the shelter. Hiking through quite a bit of snow here. I mean, I say quite a bit. Keep in mind I'm from Mississippi. As you can see, there's probably about 1.5 inches or 2 inches. It's just accumulated. And since it's been below freezing, it hasn't melted. Although it should get a little above freezing today. At least I figure it will, because already it's 26 degrees. I don't know. See if you can see that. 26 degrees right now. Last night inside the shelter, it's saying it got down to 6 degrees. Like I say, that was inside the shelter where we were all at, so I figured probably a degree or two colder outside the shelter. And then of course wind chill. So that's pretty cool. So for me, that is a new low record, 6 degrees. Just want to say I slept and I carried my Exped Sim-Mat UL7, the regular size, medium. And I carried a 1/8 inch and about a 1/4 inch. Just two cut down pieces of CCF from Lawson Klein. And it did pretty good at keeping my backside warm, although I think it was pretty much the limit. I think just the Exped pad on its own would have never kept me warm. So, and then of course top I used my Marmot Helium. I slept in my down pants, my down socks. I didn't sleep in my anorak, although I had it inside, stuffed inside the sleeping bag with me. And I gotta say, I stayed warm for pretty much the whole night. At one point I woke up about 1 o'clock, went to use the bathroom and came back, and when I pulled my over booties off, one of my down socks stayed in it and I didn't realize it. So a little later my right foot started getting cold and I didn't realize it, so I did have some hot hands. I opened up hot hand and threw down there by my feet. That kind of helped. So anyway, overall sleeping setup I'm happy with. It shouldn't be near as cold tonight. I'm figuring it'll probably be about 20 or so tonight, so it should be nice and warm again. Anyway, having a good time. We are headed down and then going to start ascending Bluff Mountain. It's about a 1,000-foot climb and right at 2 miles, and then from there it's kind of all downhill for the rest of the hike. You see I'm pretty bundled up. I've actually got my down jacket on. This is the first hike I've ever hiked in my down jacket. So I figure once we start going up Bluff Mountain, I'll probably come out of it though. Once I build up a little steam, just depending on how fast we're going. Anyway, I think everybody's doing good. None of us actually cooked breakfast or even made coffee this morning. It's kind of cold. We were just, we stayed in our beds till almost 8 o'clock. And then we got up and started packing up. But looks like it's going to be a pretty day. It's supposed to be sunny all day, so that should do quite well. And coming down, you can see we're kind of getting out of the snow. So anyway, I've rattled your head enough. I'll go ahead and put my camera up and keep hiking for a little ways. Won't stop again. I may do some more video. You know how it goes. Anyway, see you in a little bit. Okay, guys, it's 10 after 11. That is headed south on the AT towards Walnut Mountain Shelter, Max Patch, and of course Springer Mountain. And that's headed towards Mount Katahdin. This is Bluff Mountain. This should be our last big climb of our entire hike. And it looks like there's a nice little campsite over here I want to go check out. I gotta say, coming up Bluff Mountain wasn't bad at all. I'd heard some people say that it was pretty tough, but it wasn't that bad at all. So anyway, looks like there's some decent places set up over here. couple different places. You can even string some hammocks through here pretty good. Of course, got them a little fire pit. So anyway, you can see there's still a pretty good bit of snow up here. So anyway, I think everybody's going to take a break for a minute, and then we're going to continue heading north. Like I say, we're headed to Deer Park Mountain Shelter for the night. And for the most part, it's all downhill from here. There's a couple little ups, but nothing bad. Yeah, you can see some stuff around there. Yeah, you can see around there, but about like standing here. Pretty neat little rock pile here. Alright. Alright, so we'll see you soon. Okay, so we just came from that direction there. We're about 1.6 miles below Bluff Mountain, and we've come to a spring. Tim's went over to see if he can get some water, and then I think Blake went to put some duct tape or something. He's got a blister for me, so we're just going to take a break for a second. I'm going to go over here and see what this spring looks like, see if it's worth coming to. It looks obviously like whenever it's warmer, might be a good possibility. I say temperature's really dropping on this side. It was 38 degrees according to my little thermometer up on top of Bluff Mountain. It's 29 degrees over here. So we should be dropping about 2,200 feet though, so we should get out of the snow, and hopefully that'll warm us up in itself. It's a decent little source. Well, yeah.
I don't know what I've seen in circle for you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna catch.
There you go. Right. So anyway, this is the spring. I bet during the warmer months it's flowing a little better, assuming there's been rain. So anyway, I was just going to do a quick little video while we were all stopped. I believe I'm going to get my wind jacket back out and put it on, because it's just kind of gotten cool. Going downhill, I'm not generating any heat at all. So. But anyway, I'll talk to you when we get somewhere else cool. See ya. Okay, so here we are, Big Rock Spring. We just came down the trail from that direction up there and headed this way. And I can see why they call it Big Rock Springs. Bunch of big old rocks down there, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's a spring that's all frozen up down there. But anyway, we are pushing on that direction, so we'll see what's down there. Alright guys, as you can see, we made it to camp. We are not at the shelter. The shelter is actually on the other side of the trail. But you can see we've got everything set up here. We've got Blake over here in the Eureka Solitaire. Pretty neat little tent. We got Chris and the Lightheart Gear So Long 6. This is actually, he got a really good deal on this at the Bluff Mountain Outfitters before we left. So this is his first night in that. And we've got Tim over here and the Big Agnes fish hook SL2. Is that it?
Big Agnes, I can't remember. Hold on.
I think it's the fish hook, possibly. Something like that.
Jackrabbit.
Jackrabbit. Got my animals wrong. Anyway, he should have a nice spacious abode for the night. And then I'm in my Z-Packs Hexamid tarp. It's a Solo Plus tarp and the Hexanet. You can see I got all my junk laid out. I have to go through it. I got my food and everything out there, which I brought too much as usual. But anyway, got my water and everything there, my sleeping clothes, everything inside there. And then of course the Exped UL Sin mat, got that in there, and Gotta see how things go. Right now, it's 30 degrees. This morning, I got down to 6 degrees, and today the high was 51, and that was standing in a sunny spot for a few minutes. But currently it's 30. And I believe, let me see, it is 4:28. So the sun should be going down in about another hour. So I figure it'll be at least low 20s, what do you say?
Low 20s, yep.
Maybe even some teens. Anyway, we got us a little fireplace. We need to get some wood so we can have us a good little fire tonight, stay warm. And I believe water is down that trail. Just to show you where we are, this is the trail here. This is headed north. So 3.2 miles this way is Hot Springs. And this is headed south. 9.9 miles this way is Walnut Mountain Shelter, which is where we stayed. And then according to the sign here, water is this way. So we haven't went and found that yet. Here's our sign here. And the shelter is this way. We haven't been to it. Honestly, I don't know if we're even going to make our way down to it. Like I say, it's below freezing already. It's getting kind of cold. We still need to gather firewood and get water. Our water bottles have pretty much been frozen all day. So it's been interesting, been fun. Looking forward to another warm night though. So that's it for the night. Probably won't do any more video today, just because, like I said, we got a bunch of junk to do, and by the time we get done, it's probably gonna be dark. So I'll see you later. Okay, I said I wasn't going to do any more video, but we've came across an interesting discovery. So this is our campsite. Right to the left there is the shelter. And if we come just a little ways up the trail, we were up looking for firewood, and Chris started hollering for me to come here and check this out. So come right up here. There's your first white blaze. You can see that. To the left, found this graveyard. Isn't that strange? So this was Miss Eva Gregg, passed away in 1940, and on the opposite side is her husband, who passed away 1966. And what's weird too is, I don't know if you can tell it in the picture, that's all sunk in. So not sure what's up with that. And I don't know if you can tell, but if you'll look through there, you can see some tents and stuff. That's our campsite. So this will make for an interesting night, I think. Anyway, just wanted to point that out. So in the morning, I'm going to head down this way. Tonight, I'm going to stay right over here. And I am going to go and check out the shelter a little later on, because we decided rather than throwing bear lines, we'll just go down there and hang our food. So probably too dark though to do any videoing down there tonight. In the morning when we get our food off, it'll be too dark then too. So anyway, so that's probably going to be it for the night. So I'll see y'all in the morning sometime. Alrighty. Well, it is about 8:30. We're actually 30 minutes later than anticipated. We slept awesome last night. We slept really, really good. And then we planned on being on the trail by 8. And all of a sudden, next thing I know, it's like 5 till 8. And they're like, Chad! So, needless to say, I slept awesome. One of the best night's sleep I've had in a while. But anyway, as you can see, we're all cleared out here. This is, Tim had his tent. Chris had his tent. Blake had his, and I had mine back in the corner. So anyway, my fingers are getting cold. I think it only got to 22 last night. Right now it's 25. Slept really warm. I actually did bring a couple of hot hamsters hike, and I put one in my bag last night and I had to take it out. Ended up taking my down socks and stuff off. One other thing, my good to go Thai curry meal. Really enjoyed it. I would order it again, but I would order it in a single serving size. Sorry guys. Not that it was just really too much, but it wasn't so good that I enjoyed eating that much. But it was one of the better meals I've had on the trail. Last night I ate the Caesar's Pad Thai, and I love it. Really enjoy it. Anyway, here's some other things I think I want to think about, but my fingers are getting cold, so I'm gonna put this up and get hiking. We only have 3.2 miles. Get to Hot Springs, get some hot breakfast, and go back and get our cars and head home. So I'll do some more video for sure. All right. Well, we have almost made it to Hot Springs. I don't know how well you can see down through the trees. It's about 9:31 too right now. Looks like there's a school down there. There's the main road. And then I believe Laughing Heart Hostel should be maybe somewhere right in there. And you can see right over in there is going to be your main part of town. So anyway, we are going to head into the Smoky Mountain Diner, have some breakfast for lunch. I'm not sure if they have a cutoff time for breakfast, but we're going to do that and then head back and get Chris's truck at Max Patch and then head home. One thing I wanted to talk about, I actually started talking about yesterday and my video cut off. The last couple of trips I've been on, I've actually been using the same pack, Mark Blast, which I've got to say, the more I use it, I love it. Anyway, I've been getting to where I haven't been using my trekking pole because I've just found that it's really nice to have my hands free to be able to do what I want, to take pictures or catch myself if I fall or just whatever. But the last few times I've been having a lot of neck pain right there on C7, that big bone right there at the bottom of your neck. I've been having a lot of problems with that after my hikes, and of course during my hikes. I mean, not actually when I have my pack on and hiking, but after I get to camp, take my pack off, you know, it hurts. And it dawned on me yesterday, I thought about, well, maybe it's because I haven't been using trekking poles. So I just kind of raised my arms and acted like I was using trekking poles. And the amount of relief that I felt in my neck was just kind of like, wow. So for most of yesterday, for about 8 of the 10 miles I did yesterday, I used my one trekking pole, just kind of swapped hands back and forth. And surprisingly, I didn't have as much pain last night. So I'm going to try my next hike. I'm going to go back to using 2 trekking poles and see if that makes a difference, because I'm thinking that's what the problem is. So anyway, that's my big find for the hike. But anyway, it's been a fun weekend. Slept awesome last night, really awesome. I don't think I woke up once I went to sleep, until they were yelling my name, get up. Anyway, so I think that's about it for now. See that out there? This is our last view of the mountains, though, at least from being in them, as we're coming down. So, again, my fingers are getting cold. It says it's 31 degrees right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put my camera back up. I'm going to try to do some more video when we get down into Hot Springs, because like I say, that Laughing Heart Hostel is right on the trail when you come out. And again, I highly recommend them. It was a nice place to stay, heated rooms, had showers, bunks. So, okay, I'm going to turn this thing off. Okay, we have made it. I'll show you in just a second, but right there you can see the edge of the monument, the sign welcoming you to Hot Springs. It's a parking area. And then this building directly in front of us is Laughing Heart Hostel. So, we have made it. I finally completed my section now up to Hot Springs, so I have all the trail done all the way up to Hot Springs. So, AT. Yes.
where we came from yesterday. Deer Park Mountain Shelter. And here is the AP time.
If you can see that. And the monument.
So guys, if you're coming
Right there.
this way, you want to stay at the Laughing Heart Hospital.